Okay, we are on the final stretch, my friends. We're looking at our final budget now, which is the budgeted balance sheet. And of course, with the balance sheet, we need to list our assets, our liabilities, and shareholders' equity. And the last thing that you want to do is to check if your balance sheet balances. So your assets must equal your liabilities and shareholders' equity. All right, so let's dive right into it. As a starting point, we know that we have cash, and our cash is going to come from the budgeted cash, the cash budget we just prepared. That's our cash right there. And then we will have accounts receivables. Uh, so accounts receivables. Uh, uh, let's just do this. We will have accounts receivable, and for your accounts receivable, that amount is going to come from, remember we said with our sales there's a certain amount that's collected um, in December. So of these sales, 20% were 80% were collected in November right here, and now 20% will be collected in December. So this amount right here collected in December will be a receivable. And then we have raw materials inventory. Okay, so raw materials inventory, we go to our inventory. We know that the desired direct material inventory was 15. So how do I want to do this? I think I'll just go and collect. So it was for product A, it was 50 times 2, and then for product B, the number of units of raw materials for product B was 15 times 3. So I'm going to take the 50 times 2 and the 15 times 3, add those together, and that will be your balance of raw materials. Now, if you recall earlier, I did all this work on the side, so I'm just going to go and take it from here because the information is right available right here. So ending raw materials for the 2, so 145 is what I need. So there we go. If we have work in process, we would add work in process, but we don't have work in process in this example. So I'm just going to go to my work here and just say, okay, work in process. At the end, there was nothing, so 0. And then the other inventory account is going to be your finished goods inventory. All right, so your finished goods inventory. Again, we did the work over here, but you can see that you can simply do this with finished goods. This is your your finished goods inventory, right? 20,000 and 15,000. You could multiply this by the cost per unit that we calculated over here. So it was 11 for product A and 20 for product B, and add the two together. But we already did the work here, so if you want to see, just so I can show you, it would be finished goods. If you go to the finished goods for product A and for product B, so if I take the 11 times the finished goods, 220. Oh wait, was that my bad? That wasn't the right amount. That was beginning, so I need to go and grab the right one. So let's start over. Finished goods was desired ending finished goods. So desired ending finished goods is 30. Okay, so it's 30. So equals to desired finished goods was 30 for product A and 20 for product B. So then if I take that finished goods times the cost per unit, it's 330 You see, that's the same 3 that I got here. And then 400. So that's the 400 I got here. So I'm just going to add those two together. That's your finished goods that you'll see on the balance sheet. Okay, so finished goods then. I will just go and grab my finished goods. This is not cooperating with me today. Okay, this and that. There we go. So 730 is the finished goods. And then we'll go to the balance sheet and see what else would be the same. So finished, so that's updated, updated. Our equipment did not change, so I will just go and grab the equipment and put the equipment in there. And then with the liabilities, we'll have your accounts payable and your income tax payable. So your accounts payable and your income tax payable. So your accounts payable, remember there was certain for direct material. If we go up for on the direct material, certain amount was not paid in November, but it would be paid in December. So this will be payable. And then income tax, remember it wouldn't be paid, so we go to the income statement. The income tax was not paid. It would be paid in December. So we need to grab that amount. Come on. Okay, grab that amount. And then we'd have our shareholders equity, right? Common shares. Our common shares didn't change. We didn't make any changes to common shares. So we'll go and grab our common shares from the last balance sheet, 6 million. And then our retained earnings. So for that, what I would do is prepare the statement of retained earnings. That's what I would do. So I will come and prepare the statement of retained earnings. So remember, it's beginning balance, add net income, subtract dividends equals ending. So your beginning, you get it from your previous balance sheet. Your net income from your budgeted income statement. So net income. There were no dividends. And so your ending balance. So therefore your retained earnings is 7,612,000. And you can see that my balance sheet balances, and therefore that's it with the balance sheet. So I'm not going to go over the balance sheet again, because by now you should be able to know what should be included on a balance sheet. So all your assets, all your liabilities, and shareholder equity amounts. Okay, so that's it with the balance sheet, and that concludes the entire master budget. All right, so I think I'll stop here, my friends, and say please watch all these videos. You will find them very useful. Go over the problem that we just did. I'm going to upload all these files so that you can work on it. I will upload the template. I will also upload the the final solution, before you look at the solution, I would say please try to do this and follow along with the video, and then work on this comprehensive problem as you follow along with the video. Check with the solution to make sure that you did okay, and then do the tutorials as well. Everything that you've done with the tutorials, make sure you go over those problems several times, and that should prepare you immensely for the final exam. I'll talk more about the final exam on Thursday when I see you guys on Thursday. Alright, my friends, that's it from me. Have a good one and happy studying. See you soon.